everybody. I wanted to talk today about something that's near and dear to my heart. Um, as I had mentioned, my mother passed away August 4th, and I wanted to talk about grieving. And I want to talk about how to help people who are grieving. This obviously, I'm not a professional at it. In fact, before, when I knew people who passed away or had friends or family members of people that passed away, I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to react. I didn't know what to say, what to text, how to call, what to do. And just from my unfortunate experiences and being in that position, I just had some thoughts that were rolling around in my head, and I'm gonna share them with you. Okay, so here are 5 things that are, in my opinion, essential and good to do for a family who is grieving. The first thing I would say is to not expect everybody in the family or your friends or whoever to know exactly what to do. We were fortunate enough to know the kind of service that my mother wanted and desired. She had expressed it several times and also wrote it down in her will, what she wanted. But for some families, they may not know exactly what to do. And can you imagine someone passed away unexpectedly or whatever? My mom passed away unexpectedly, although she was sick. It was very quick and unexpected, and we weren't ready for it. But we at least knew what she wanted at the very end of the day. But some families don't know that right away, and that's okay. It's a traumatic, sad situation, and they may not know right away. So giving the family breath and time to just know what to do, what the next steps are, because they're processing too, and it's hard. My mom died on a Sunday, and by Tuesday we were getting calls finding out when's the funeral, what's happening, what's the next steps. And man, that was hard. Even though we knew, it still was very overwhelming to communicate to people the wishes of my mom. Yeah, I'm gonna throw this in. I wasn't expecting to say this. Respect the wishes of the family. Man, there were so many people who were against my mother's wishes. My mom did not want a funeral. She had said that for years. She doesn't like funerals. And she wanted a celebration of life. So we did just that. We rented a venue. We decorated it. We had a whole lot of food. We had some music. We had some tributes. We had pictures and all of the things. But we celebrated her. She did not want a funeral. She did not want a casket. She wanted to be cremated. There were all kinds of things. And people disagreed. They would call and they didn't understand, and they were upset and they were offended. And my sister and I and my brother stood our ground and said, no, this is what my mom wanted. This is what she wanted, over and over and over again. And I would say again, respect what the family wants, respect the wishes, and move on. So I would say another thing that's big is they just need everyday things. Unfortunately, a friend of mine, her friend passed away a couple of weeks ago, unexpectedly. And what I said to her was, get the wife, because it was her husband who passed. Get the wife, everyday things that they need. Does she need her hair done? Does she need shoes? Does she need a dress for the funeral? Does she need her nails done? Whatever. Order some groceries to the house. Everyday things. Yes, at the very beginning, we had a bunch of food come to us within the first day or two. Then after that, nothing. Yes, the flowers are beautiful. But then after that, not much. We needed everyday things, check on your friends, check on your family members. Do they need their hair done? Do they need to get their kids to this place and that place? Take their kids for the evening. Take them to the movies, if they have kids. I don't know, cook them breakfast and leave it for them. Give them a gift card to their favorite restaurant. Give them a Starbucks gift card so that they're not thinking about the ordinary things. I think that is so imperative, so important for the family. So I would suggest that. Okay, only 2 more points to go. If you know your friend or the family that's in grief, allow your knowledge of them to guide you in how to handle them. So, for example, my family and I are true introverts. I really realized it in this time. I knew that I was, but being around them for that extended period of time that I was this past summer, we are truly introverts. So having all of the people that stopped by the first couple days after mommy passed was normal, and it's expected because she knew and touched so many lives. But that was overwhelming for us. Doing all of the calling and all, it's expected. You had to do it, but man, it drained us. The days that followed when nobody visited and there was a whole lot of calls and all that stuff, it was nourishing for us, and it helped us as a family. So there are other families that I know for sure that really do want the connection all the time and the talking. So serve them in that way. For us, it helps that we would have a few texts here and there, but to stop by, we needed the time to process and be quiet. So know who you're servicing, know your family. Another point is to pitch in where your strength is. If you're really good at floor arranging, do that. If you're really good at organizing days, do that. If you're really good at doing someone's hair, do that. If you're good at decorating or, calling people or making appointments, do all of that. My sister had a friend who was an event organizer, and I was overwhelmed with all the decor that needed to be done, overwhelmed. And I got on a call with her, and after the first call, I was like, whew, okay, it's gonna be okay. She knows the vision. I've given her lots of pictures of what I want, and she knows what to do. So the day of the event, she met me there, and we knocked it out. We got things done. We did all of the balloons and all of the walls and the displays and all of the things. It felt like organizing a reception for a wedding, but thank God I had somebody that was skilled in that area, and she stepped in and helped me in a huge way. Another thing I want to say, donate. My mom is from Trinidad and Tobago, and steel pans are a big deal for them. And there was a gentleman that we found out that could do steel pan, tribute to my mother. And he was paid for by a family friend and came to the venue and did it for us. So that was something off of our list and off of our mind, and also not a financial burden because somebody donated that for us and found the guy, and that was amazing. So donate where you can donate, and whatever your strength is, volunteer to do that for the family.